I hear it calling outside my window. I feel it in my soul. The stars were burning so bright. The sun was out till midnight. I say we lose control. This is gonna be the best day of my life. My life. This is gonna be the best day of my life. My life. This is gonna be the best day of my life. Everything is looking up, everybody up there. This is gonna be the best day of my life.
Hi, class of 2020. I am so proud of you all. I hope this situation makes you stronger. Dream big, and you guys can accomplish anything. I wish you the very best. Good luck.
Elmira Falcons, graduating class of 2020. Congratulations, you did it. And we're so proud of you. It has been truly a pleasure to teach and learn with you over the years. And I have so many wonderful memories with you and your families. We wish you nothing but the best. We're here to support you. And, you know, the beauty of all of this is that it's only going to get better from here. So congratulations. Have fun.
You've got your radio or some type of listening device tuned to KOCF 92.7 on the radio and streaming globally at kocf.org. We're here at the graduation ceremonies for Elmira High School 2020, if you can believe that. And this is not a virtual graduation, folks. This is a drive-in graduation. And we're going to be broadcasting all of it this evening. Going to be starting the ceremonies in just about 3 minutes or so. We'll do a quick ID so we can get that out of the way. It's KOCF LP Veneta, Fern Ridge Community Radio, a service of the Oregon Country Fair. And let's see, let's try something new. How about some Green Day here on KOCF?
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind, hanging on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos and memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.
Hello, graduates of Elmira High School and my nephew Carson, congratulations. I just wanted to say that I know that these are unique times that you guys are graduating in, and the whole world is celebrating with you because of the specialty of how you guys are proceeding this year in your graduation. I want to say, though, I think that for me, I think that your generation is probably the most suited generation now to take on what our new future is going to look like, because you guys certainly have unique ways of solving problems. You are more community oriented than any generation, I think, before us. You've seen the vision, and you know what that looks like, and you're going to strive not to have that in our lives any longer. So I think that because of all the things that you guys are passionate about, your footprint that you leave on this earth and in your community, you're all passionate about that. The way you go about taking care of each other, and the way you go about your projects and your studying, and the elevated sense of responsibility that you have towards one another is really incredible to see. So congratulations again. I hope you guys have a fun night, as fun as you can. And remember, when all this gets past us and we get to a new normal, and there will be a new normal, take the time to celebrate your achievements and go forward and do great things. Congratulations again.
It's a nice message from Tim McGraw here on KOCF. And apparently he's got somebody here at Elmira High School. Why don't you, folks that are listening on the radio, they're getting ready to come on in. How about honking the horns so that they can hear you guys? Let them know that you're out there.
Bring on the class of 2020 Falcon Radio.
Time for a little pomp and circumstance. We have gotten word the kids are on their way. The procession has begun. See the police escort just starting to come into the pavilion as we we'll call it. All those gathered here, honking their horn, happy to see their loved ones coming in for graduation in this interesting, unique time in our lives. Graduation 2020.
Some of the graduates of this class include Colton Zinga. His favorite memory is going to state with the relay team his junior year. Logan Page's favorite memory is traveling to Japan with Mr. Bellingham. I was on that trip. We had a great time. Kennedy Lang's favorite teachers are Mrs. Ellis and Mr. Edmondson. After graduation, she hopes to attend Lane Community College, play soccer, and do track. Clarissa Sanders rode with the EHS equestrian team and was a state qualifier. Plans to attend LCC and study criminal justice. Bom, bom. Caitlin D'Agostino, favorite color, yellow. Favorite music, alternative rap. Favorite places she has been to Cinque Terre, Italy. And I know she went to the East Coast with me too. Joey Madison, his favorite teacher, Mr. Cooper, for his gingerbread. Famous answer, I don't know. Dean Nelson, he has volunteered at the Oregon Coast Aquarium since the summer of 2018, has a total of 150 hours. Dean is planning to get a master's degree in marine biology. He loves animals, has 4 pets of his own, including 2 cockatiel parrots, a corn snake, and a crested gecko. And I know there's at least 1 lizard here at our school that's going to miss him very much. Xander Nichols. Xander will be furthering his education, building his life skills, and continuing on this awesome journey of life. He will continue daily spreading the love and joy to all he meets. Josiah Lorenz plans to attend the University of Arizona and major in computer and electronic engineering. 3 sport athletes, soccer, cross-country, track. Helped start the robotics team here at EHS, and his team won the Oregon State Battle of the Books tournament. His MasterCard memories: editing Spanish videos, $4.99. 4 years of high school sports, $1,125. View from a 12-foot pole vault. Cassidy Kaufman. Cassidy loves ceramic classes, food and nutrition classes, as well as playing volleyball and basketball each year. She is going to take a year off and work at Dutch Brothers before committing to culinary school. Sam Smith, reality show. I want to be on The Apprentice so I could give Trump the stupidest idea ever and then hear him say, "You're fired," in person. If Sam could have one movie on a desert island, it would be Castaway, because it would help him figure out what's going on. Miranda Hansen placed third in wrestling this year. Favorite teacher is Miss Brittany because she helped me get through school. Favorite place she's been, Puerto Rico. Everyone there nice and beautiful. Favorite childhood memory, when Miranda was 8 and she was ziplining, fell off towards the end and broke her wrist. But the ride down was a blast. Emily Eagle Eye started kindergarten. Her first memory, started kindergarten in a bright pink cast and a wheelchair after breaking her leg on Labor Day. Favorite book, I'll Give You the Sun. Her favorite concert so far, Ezra Furman. Paige Reichenberger, favorite teacher, Mr. Hart. Favorite memories, spending all her money buying coffee at Cup of Joe before school. After graduation, she will be attending Oregon State, studying veterinary medicine. Jackson Bay, Jackson, all majoring in mathematics, physics. His favorite teacher, Mrs. Cope Kapler, Mr. Cooper, and Mr. Monaghan. Favorite memory for Jackson was every bus ride to and from choir events, and it says #Camp Clay Forever. Reed Soderman, favorite teacher, Mr. Cooper. After graduation, Reed will attend Lynn Benton Community College after transferring to OSU, majoring in environmental engineering. Favorite memory, staying at the high school almost 5 to 7 days a week until 8 at night, just thinking and working hard to improve and learn about the thing that inspired me most, Robotics Club. He also put #Camp Clay Forever. Jacob Admire, favorite teacher, Mr. Lee, and favorite memory, every technical foul I got after school. I planned on retiring sometime and joining a nudist colony. That's Jacob Admire. He also has #Camp Clay Forever. Wondering what this Camp Clay is. Ann Horton, favorite teacher, Mr. Cooper, Mr. Hart, Mr. Edmondson. After high school, plans to attend Texas A and pursue nursing, then eventually a physical assistant. Favorite memory, Unified Basketball Special. Shout out to her fellow Ultimate Falcon contestants and the $10,000 plus raised for charity. Another #Camp Clay Forever. Keegan Mosier, favorite teacher, Mr. Johnson. He treated me like a person, not just a student. Reality TV sucks, he says, and my most favorite place, home. Traveled to Japan and South Korea one day after graduation, plans trade school for welding. Becky Williams, or Bailey Williams, volleyball as well as club volleyball for 4 years. Her favorite teacher is Senorita Snyder, who Bailey said just her friend. Bailey will attend OSU where she plans to major in psychology. Taylor Russell, favorite teacher, Tammy Bourne and Scott Shannon. After graduation, Taylor plans on moving to Begin's Beauty School. She has enjoyed the last 4 years making memories with her friends. Zach Peel, favorite class, history. Oh, way to go, Zach. And let's see, always loved being a TA for Mr. Shannon, Zach says, the last 2 years. He didn't want to take ceramics, but he did and actually enjoyed it thanks to Mr. Edmondson. He plans to attend Lane Community College this fall. Christian McCall says he was a 2-sport athlete, football and track. His favorite teacher was Mr. Edmondson. After graduation, Christian may go to trade school or join the Air Force and get into the medical field. Gabby Brock's favorite sport was basketball. After graduation, starting in September, I will be attending Fire Academy at the Lane Fire Authority and get my medic certification and become a firefighter, paramedic. Also, we'll be going to Chemeketa Community College. Abby Williams' favorite memory: when I was eating my lunch next to my locker by myself, when Asher approached me slowly with his lunch, he told me a story of when he lived in Eugene and then invited me to sit down with him. Said, okay, sounding relieved, and down on the floor across from me, and that was the day I knew I liked him. I'll be attending PNCA in Portland for 4 years, then eventually open my own art studio. Charity Heights plans to pursue an education in early childhood development. She likes to paint and enjoys spending time with her dog Bella, and absolutely adores her little cousin James. Carolyn Woolley, favorite hobbies: packing with her horses and mules in the wilderness, hunting and fishing. If she could just eat one thing for the rest of her life, it would be sushi. Willito, just want to say to my catchphrase. He says, "Keep you waiting, huh?" Or "kept you waiting, huh?" That was his catchphrase. Ethan Yost, favorite memory: junior year, wanting to ride and decide on a whim to check out of the with the robotics club. He discovered his interest in mechanical engineering, which he will be majoring in at Brigham Young University in the fall. Megan Porter, after graduation, moving to Corvallis to attend Lynn Benton Community College for 2 years, then transferring to OSU to major in biology. She was on the varsity soccer and basketball teams for 4 years, helped with wrestling team throughout high school, and tried it out on the team as a girl wrestler her senior year. She enjoyed all of her coaches very much, especially Coach Lee and Coach Best. They taught her the most. Danny Parrish played football both his freshman and senior years. Danny was also wanted to visit New York City and maybe try his hand in state in the engineering or the entertainment industry. Matt Tempe. Matt will be attending Oregon State and Lynn Benton this fall. He will major in civil engineering. His favorite memories are football team beating Sayusla this year and writing a script for the telenovela in which Carson starred in Spanish, making other Spanish videos with Carson, Josiah, and Keaton. Colby Kaufman. Colby has enjoyed learning German language and looks forward to traveling in the future. He will be joining the electrical apprenticeship at Lane Community College in the fall. He wants to thank Julie for helping him through algebra and talking him into taking Algebra 2. And I went to the East Coast with Colby and had a great time. And I have some memories from teachers on some of this. I got to know Nicole first when she was in my class. Next year, she spent 2 terms as my teacher's aide. She was fast grader, but I think I wore her out from grading math papers by the 2nd term. Jackson was so smart in math classes, he could answer any question and knew the concepts before they were even taught, except for the inner sanctum task. I thought he was going to explode before he figured it out. I enjoyed working with him as he went to the state mathematics competition 3 years in a row. That is from Mr. Cooper. Marissa Roberts. He says, thanks for the Marshville Trip Spotify playlist. Mr. Lee also said about Ashley Irwin, always had a smile on your face whenever I saw you, and it was contagious. Comment from Miss St. Hilaire on Gavin Parker. What can anyone say about Gavin? Gavin makes fun of and within lighthearted discourse. He enjoys banter with a smile and a mischievous glint, making you love him in spite of your differences. I will miss him. That's from Miss St. Hilaire. What about Gavin Parker? Miss Langley says about Guillermo Farhe, amazing young man who has the ability to brighten any place he enters. He has an enthusiasm for life that is contagious. I will miss having him pop in my room and say hi, and I will double. That's what Miss Langley said. Mr. Burgess agrees. Another comment about Guillermo, also known as Willie Doe, always popped into my math class as well. He was a fun kid to have in the computer class too. I felt so bad for him when he freshman in the pie eating. That's from Mr. Cooper. And I gotta say, this is not a joke. When he chipped his tooth, it was tooth hurty. It was literally 2:30 in the afternoon. I joke, I kid you not. 2:30, get it? Okay, Michael got it. Marissa Roberts, Mr. Lee says, thanks for the, oh, I already said that one. Thanks for the Marshall playlist. Jarrett Gardner, his Dungeons and Dragons creations in crafts class was amazing, Nelson says. I love the wreath you made for my door, Jarrett, and thanks so much for your voice and input throughout the Youth Equity Council. That's from Senorita Snyder. If you're listening out in the radio, this is the Elmira High School Falcon 2020 graduate and Randy Painter. And the students are just now coming in and parking. It's a drive-in graduation. Well, speech is coming up real soon.
Looks like they're down to the last car.
Please stay in your vehicle for the playing of the national anthem. Good evening. I want to welcome you to the 106th commencement exercises for Elmira High School. We gather here tonight under very unique circumstances, but we are excited to have so many family and friends here to celebrate the accomplishments of the class of 2020. It has been my privilege to witness the accomplishments of this tremendous group of seniors. I want to emphasize that what we remember the most about this class has nothing to do with the historic pandemic that has impacted our country. The legacy is formed during the 4 years that they spent here at Elmira High School. During this event, I wanted to reinforce a handful of expectations for tonight. If you haven't already done so, please tune your radio to 92.7 FM KOCF.
Closer to the mic.
We appreciate that they are broadcasting the ceremony tonight. If you have issues with your radio reception, you can also find the live stream at kocf.org. And you can find that link on the high school website. I apologize, the sightlines may not be ideal for everyone here tonight, but under the circumstances, I'm proud that we can offer this commencement ceremony for our seniors. We are asking that everyone remain in their vehicles throughout the ceremony. However, we acknowledge that you may need to use the restroom, and those are located in the back only to come up near the stage when your student is receiving their diploma. I also want to acknowledge that everything may not go perfectly tonight. We ask that you are patient with us if we have a glitch, just like right now. We will try to get it fixed as possible. We have several guests tonight who are pleased to present to you. They will live in the great big world. I am pleased to offer a few thoughts of my own before we proceed. When you leave here tonight, you will be graduates of Elmira High School, which I personally believe is no small accomplishment. You have all been through many challenges, both big and small, to reach this point. And I promise you that life will continue to test you after you leave this place. It's what life is best at, testing. How you react and respond to adversity that throws your way is what will shape you in the years to come. For many of you, You may not know yet exactly what the future holds, and that is perfectly fine. You don't need to have it all figured out right now. I will encourage you to strive for something when you find the late football coach, Frosty Westering. Coach Westering was a legend in small college football and spent over 30 years at Pacific Lutheran University, a small liberal arts school in Tacoma, Washington. Coach Westering once said, "The big time is not a place. It's the state of your heart. It's not something you get. It's something you become." Coach Westering was always urging his players to make the big time where you are. I would urge you to do the same thing. Wherever you end up, make it the big time. If you end up an emergency room doctor in Seattle, make it the big time. If you end up a sandwich artist, there are so many different ways to achieve happiness that have nothing to do with how much money you have in the bank or what kind of car you drive. Our first guest speaker is an excellent example of someone who has made the big time where he is. Nathan Sawaya is a 1991 graduate of Elmira High School. He is a world-renowned artist who is more commonly known as the brick artist for the elaborate pieces he creates from Legos. Nathan would have loved to be here tonight to speak to you, but due to the current crisis, he was unable to appear in person. We will broadcast the speech to you now, and it will also be available on the high school website later this weekend. Please sit back and enjoy some words of wisdom from Nathan Sawaya.
Congratulations to the Elmira High School class of 2020. I am so honored to be invited to be your commencement speaker, and I so wish I could be there with you in person today. 29 years ago, I also graduated from Elmira. The graduation ceremony was in the gym from Dr. Seuss's Oh, the Places You'll Go, with a huge purple falcon painted on the gym wall above me. Is that still there? No one can say that tomorrow will be just like today because the world is rapidly changing, and you all have enormous responsibilities because you are our hope for the future, our hope for advancements in medicine and technology, and in a better tomorrow. I hope today you have dreams for that future. When I graduated from Elmira, I had big dreams. Even though I had never been to a city bigger than Seattle, I headed to New York. I traded Countryside Pizza for Ray's Pizza, and I can assure you that Countryside has the better pizza, even if Ray's is a little more famous. In New York, I became a Lego artist, an artist that creates sculptures out of a toy. That's not where my story began. You know, it began on Bolton Hill Road. That's where I built a 36 square foot Lego city. I built this Lego city behind the couch in the living room, and it made for a solid conversation piece when the neighbors stopped by. "Ugh, looks like your boy's still a little strange, I see," they would say. But the thing about my city that I've been thinking a lot about lately is that I built it by following the instructions step by step, meticulously putting each brick exactly where the instruction booklet told me to. And that Lego city became my world. After a day at Fern Ridge Reservoir, or even after practice of some TSP sport, I would still run home and build onto my city. And over time, I got more and more sets, each with more and more instructions, and the city grew and grew. When I turned 10, I wanted a dog, but I was told I was not getting a dog. So what did I do? I tore down the buildings in the Lego city and I built myself my very own life-size Lego dog. And that was that first moment when I took those Lego bricks and built something I wanted to build, when I realized, wow, I don't have to build what's on the front of the box. I can do whatever I want. The choice is mine. If I wanted to go to the moon, I could tear down another building and build myself a rocket ship. If I wanted to be a rock star, I could tear down another building and build myself a guitar. There were no limits. I didn't have to follow the instructions. That creative freedom made me happy. As Dr. Seuss taught us in the Lorax, it's not about what it is, it's about what it can become. After EHS, I headed to New York and went to college and majored in poli-sci. And after college, I thought, well, now what? So I did what any budding young artist does. I went to law school. I got my law degree and practiced law for years. I was a corporate attorney. What's more exciting than mergers and acquisitions, right? I spent most of the days sitting in a boardroom hashing out very important contracts, but I wasn't happy. Wait, that's not strong enough. I was beyond miserable. Somehow, I'd forgotten what I'd learned as a kid back in Veneta about not always having to follow the instructions. I was somehow following instructions again as an adult, and I had to make a change. I needed some sort of creative outlet. At first it was drawing, sometimes it was painting, sometimes it was sculpting. I sculpted out of more traditional media like clay and wire. I even did sculptures out of candy, which, let me tell you, is a great way to feel like you have permission to eat ridiculous amounts of candy. Then one day I thought, what about that toy I spent hours playing with on the floor of my home back in Oregon? Could I create legitimate works of art using only Lego bricks? I could. So I would spend days negotiating deals in a boardroom, but at night I would come home to my apartment and crawl around the floor, still in my suit, snapping bricks together endlessly. Then one day I made the leap, the same way that you are all making a leap today. I would never follow life's instructions again. As Dr. Seuss said, you have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes, you can steer yourself any direction you choose. And since I've steered myself in these states and countries, from Belgium to Boston, Singapore to Shanghai, Paris to Portland. My artwork includes all sorts of things. 20-foot Lego T-Rex, a life-size Batmobile, and dozens of moody and emotional human forms, including a yellow guy ripping his guts out while thousands of Lego bricks spill out. They all tour the world as pieces in exhibitions called The Art of the Brick. I learned from my days in Oregon that art is not optional. Art is as necessary as breathing and eating. The acts of creating art make you happier and healthier. Science has proven this to be true. You can create art out of anything you like. Maybe it's paint, maybe marble, maybe jelly beans, or maybe even Lego. Today, you will get your diploma, something you've been waiting for a long time. Congratulations, you did it. This is really something to be proud of. I suppose your diploma serves as your own personal set of instructions for the real world. Be wary of instructions. Go where your heart tells you to go. You can create anything you want, build anything you can imagine, and make your own mark. Graduates, I built something for you. I thought I would represent that big purple falcon mascot in the only way I know how. This is my gift to you. Know that the future is yours and yours alone to build. One more Dr. Seuss quote. You're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting. So get on your way. The instructions. Thank you.
Uncle Albert, we're so sorry if we caused you any pain. We're so
Turn it away. Got me now? How about this one?
Test 1, 2.
Test 1, 2. You're good. Hey, there's that second glitch that I was talking about. Thank you very much, Nathan. We will find an appropriate place on campus to display your gift. Before I introduce our next speaker, I wanted to take a moment to acknowledge the time and efforts of Sandy Smith. Sandy is our Aspire coordinator. She spends countless hours working with our students on scholarships and grants. Despite our closure this year, Sandy continued to work with our students. Included in your program is information about the scholarships that our students have received this year. Remarkably, this year was actually one of our best ever. 40 of our graduates earned some kind of scholarship or grant. The total amount of dollars earned by our seniors this year was $748,153. One of our highest totals ever. Congratulations to all of our seniors, and a very special thank you to Sandy for all your hard work. of the staff, it is my pleasure to introduce EHS English teacher, Mr. Shan Hart. Yeah. Okay. Hello, hold on. Mr. Hart.
Test one. Test, test.
All right.
See if it works.
Does this work? Hey. Take two. About the way I'm dressed. Controls. Is he? Try the other mic. Give him all the mics. Give me all the mics.
Turn this one on. Test 1, 2, test, test. 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 Nothing. Try this one. Test. Let's try it again.
Try this again. Nope, it's working.
All right. Have that mic.
How about now? Here, try this one.
How about this one?
All right. Try that again. Anyway, as you can see, I've kind of let myself go the last couple months. Been in quarantine. Mr. Gardner, Superintendent Carpenter, school board members.
Try it again. See, you guys have a mic button on it.
I hear you.
Is there a mic button on it?
Oh, no.
Maybe just speak now.
Okay. I don't know. School board members, staff, parents, and guests. We are here today to honor and celebrate the class of 2020 as they embark on the open seas on a new voyage called the rest of your life. By the looks of 2020 so far, you might think you've boarded the Titanic. Speaking of which, did you know that the movie Titanic was 3 hours and 15 minutes long, while it only took 2 hours and 40 minutes for the ship to actually sink? If you think about it, if they were to show the movie on the Titanic, nobody would know how it ended. That was a joke. It's just like in my classes, crickets. Anyway, I only bring this up because, like the movie, this speech is also 3 hours and 15 minutes long. What a crazy year. For myself, it has been a roller coaster year, which included getting a whole brand new department, getting pepper sprayed for the first time in my life, not naming any names, but you know who you are, to having this school year abruptly halted, where on a Thursday, a few months ago, I said to my students, "See you tomorrow," and that was the last I saw of them.
I know that it has been a crazy end to the career of a couple of teachers. Mr. Shannon, my brother from another mother, and Guy, who would hook me up with food regularly, and Ms. Langley, two-time staff wrestling champ, current world freestyle yo-yo champion, and my role model for what a teacher should be. I just want to thank you to those two. I wish the end of your careers included the accolades and love you deserve. Just know that you are loved and will be deeply missed. And then there is the class of 2020. The class so toxic, you had to stay in your cars at graduation. The class so cursed that your graduation might just be one of the signs of the apocalypse. A class so maligned that your teachers have already forgotten your names and moved on to their other students. They say that whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Class of 2020, you are our secret experiment to find out once and for all if that saying is really true. Really hard in the wind. I tell you what, I think that you didn't need the events of this year to make you strong. I tell you that I have seen this class be strong. I saw athletes giving their all in competition. I saw slackers turn into students. I saw students helping out others, those who were down or in need. I saw a group of brave poetry students boldly take the stage in front of a full theater at our very first poetry slam and expose their hearts and minds to their peers. Nothing, certainly not a quarantine, will ever take that away from you. I saw a class that, to be honest, last year I had doubts of whether or not you'd come together as a class when you were seniors. And now, 6 feet apart, endured the flames and come out tempered steel at the other end. You might say I'm crazy, but I think the class of 2020 went through all of this for a reason. In the past few months, we have seen a nation tested, trying to live through a global pandemic, losing jobs, trying to find jobs, just trying to stay alive. Cooped up like animals in cages, we sometimes feel like we are at a breaking point. And then in the events of the last week, that have even more pressure on this nation, and cracks are appearing, threatening to break. But I'm not worried. I'm okay. You see, I believe that the class of 2020 is here for a reason. It just might be your purpose in life to do nothing less than to save this country. No pressure. You have seen the cracks firsthand, and you might be the men and women who end up sealing those cracks once and for all. So I challenge you, class of 2020, to make the world a better place than what it is today. Today, as you step out into the world, make it better. I'm now going to end a speech with a poem that I hope will encourage you to endure whatever lies ahead. And no, I didn't write this one. It once inspired Nelson Mandela when he was in prison for 27 years in a South African jail cell. It helped him endure those terrible years, and upon his release, to go on to become South Africa's first black president. I hope it inspires you as well. It is by William. This wind's a doozy. All right, here it goes. Invictus. Out of the night, being black as the wind from pole to pole, thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Under the bludgeonings of events, my head is bloody, but unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the shade. And yet the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid. It matters not how strait the gate, how charged with punishments the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. Congratulations, class of 2020. Now go out there and change the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hart. Glitch number 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 while he was up there. It's also fortuitous that Mr. Hart and I are also relatively hefty because we won't actually be blown off the stage this evening, so that's helpful for us as well. Our next speakers both stand out for their outstanding academic achievement. This year, salutatorian and valedictorian have elected to speak together. Please help me welcome our salutatorian, Jackson Dubé, and our valedictorian, Caitlin Cook. Copy of it open there if you want. Hey, Caitlin, both those mics should work. If not, I got backup.
Okay. Are you right here with me? Okay. Whoa, you're not 6 feet apart. Where should I?
No, you can sit right here.
Okay.
You can take that other mic off.
Hello?
Right.
Honk if you can hear me. Okay.
What about me? Cool.
All right. Hello, it's your valedictorian, Caitlin.
Salutatorian Jackson. We know that you all probably want to get this over with as much as we do, so we're going to keep this short and sweet.
We'd first like to say thank you to everyone who is able to come celebrate the class of 2020 with us today. Thank you for seeing our class through. We'd like to thank the faculty members for your efforts, not only as educators, but as supporting characters who help us make us the people we are today.
We'd like to thank Mr. Best for putting up with us for 2 years, while somehow still getting us to learn the unit circle. Thank you to Nicole for transforming the library into an inviting place for us to escape to. And I'd like to give a special thank you to Mrs. Kapler for teaching me how to be a leader and helping me find my voice, not only as a performer, but as a person.
Thank you to my parents for all the rides to practices before I could drive, keeping me accountable with schoolwork and paying for AP tests, the many pairs of running shoes, and school events. Thank you to Senior Snyder for always having a stash of candy and keeping the room quiet during tests. Thank you all for being supportive and empathetic for our class, and thank especially to the state of Oregon for not making us finish our classes online.
Before we get to congratulating our classmates, we would like to congratulate Mr. Scott Shannon and Mrs. Kathleen Langley on their retirement. They have put so many years of their lives into this school and their students. We recognize all of the hard work you have done for us, and we thank you for it. You can enjoy being old without us getting on your nerves. To our fellow classmates, congrats, we're done.
We finally made it. unorthodox ending to our high school lives, and we may have been robbed of our senior rites of passage, such as senior prom, final sports season, senior prank, and senior skip day. But now it's time to focus on our futures, instead of dwelling on the what-ifs or would-haves.
Instead of looking back about what we want to change about our last 4 years, we should look forward to what we can do in the next 40. At this point in our lives, the future is more uncertain than ever. But as the famous essayist and philosopher Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, "Do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path. Leave a trail."
I believe that the class of 2020 will do just that. We will be able to navigate through these trying times because of the tenacity our class has built over the years. We will be the leaders of the future. We will lead this world to a better place. We were born in the aftermath of a national tragedy with 9/11, watched as the 2008 recession affected our families, and experienced firsthand a global pandemic. We've been going through it since day one. Throughout our lives, the class of 2020 has learned what it means to adapt and to be resilient. My hope for our class is that the lessons we've learned will transfer into our ability to join the workforce, learn a trade, or further our education.
Now we would like to share some things that our high school experiences have taught us.
Number 1, talk about bread with Mr. Best. Guaranteed math class will be over before you know it.
Number 2, organization is key to success.
Number 3, be committed. No matter what goals you set for yourself in life, commit to them and make sure you see them through.
And number 4, find your people. Find the people who will love and support you no matter what. Because everything is so much harder when you're all by yourself, and no one should ever have to be alone.
We would like to leave you an excerpt from a poem by Irish novelist Julian Go. And the universe said, the darkness you fight is within you.
And the universe said, the light you seek is within you.
And the universe said that you are not alone.
Thank you.
Where do I put this?
Thank you, Caitlin and Jackson. Now is the moment you've all been waiting for. We'll be asking our graduates to come up in the same groups that we practiced on Wednesday, and we welcome parents, but parents only, to come up to the stage to get a better view. I'd like to now ask group number 1 to exit your vehicles, and I'd also like to welcome Senior Class President Megan Porter and Senior Class Vice President Asher Stewart to come forward for the presentation of diplomas to the class of 2020. Group 1, please exit your vehicle. This is your mic. Okay, yeah. And we'll put you on that lower podium. Yeah.
Where are we doing this?
Yeah. Down, yeah. Here, take, here, Megan.
Carolyn C. Woolley. gets
I can't see anything. Abigail Williamson.
I need someone to tell me if they want.
Right.
Caitlin Page Cook. Caitlin Page Cook. Mine's not working. Read it.
Bailey Roy Williams.
Jackson Curry.
Reed Michael Soderman.
Dean Peter Nelson. Call for the next group. Say group number 2, please come to the stage.
Group number 2, please come to the stage.
Don't be afraid to yell into those mics.
Okay.
Why don't we just share one mic?
Is there only available?
Because this one's the one that's working.
Okay, what's the one guy?
Yeah.
I don't care.
I work at Taco. Heck yeah, that's our mess.
You are my fire, the one
Geiger.
When I say I want
Lexi Marie Geiger.
Bryce Nero Sawyer.
Jacob Charles Admire.
Can't hear Bryce.
We said Bryce.
Now Jacob. Jacob Charles Admire.
Jacob Charles Admire.
Luis Hernandez.
Marissa Page Roberts.
You gotta give a little bit more time. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, now go.
I'll tell you.
Go now.
Ashley.
Nope. Marissa.
You said Ashley or
Ashley Susan Irwin.
Gavin Drew Parker.
Brad Sterling Warner.
Okay, yep.
And Shirley Horton. Now.
Kennedy Jane Lang.
Number 3, please come to the stage.
Let's give it a sec so we can figure that out.
Okay. Legit question. Do you want me to just hold the?
Just take everything off. Just take your things off and
Yeah.
put them down.
I'll tell you when to
Can
go.
you take these? Thank you, sir.
Cool.
So Ethan's supposed to be
Go ahead.
We're not ready yet. I think we want to wait till Tim gets the backlog done, I guess. Let's get a couple more done. Not too long though. I mean, they're gonna walk around. It's okay. Yeah.
Ethan Everett Yost.
Colton John Ziga.
Josiah David Lorenz.
When they get up. Patrick Farhay.
Matthew Henry Timpe.
Alexander Dean Head.
And James Turner.
Jarrett Michael Garner.
Nicole Page King.
Guys. Blackstone. Come to the stage.
Congrats, keep it up.
Just Michelle.
Group number. Test. Hooray. Test. Ashley Michelle Phelps. That's like, I've known this.
Cassidy Dawn Kaufman.
All right, I'm gonna go with you. Test. All right, try this.
Miranda Mary Hansen.
Taylor Joy Russell.
Charity Jean Heights.
Wade Stanley Whartonby.
Thomas Robert Van Buskirk.
Jacob Thomas Stark.
Group 5, please come to the stage. Group 5, please come to the stage. No.
Now I'm getting
You are my fire, the one desire.
Thomas Robert Van Buskirk.
I want it that way.
Go ahead.
But we are two worlds.
Emily Elizabeth May Eagle Eye. I'll tell you.
When you say
Caitlin Ashley DiAugustino.
Jessica Grace Woods.
Miriam Timmons Garland.
Samuel Luke Smith. The top step.
Margaret Josephine Lyle.
Ashlyn Kaylee Marie Rupert.
Ashley Marie Peterson.
Dennis Michael Huber. Group number 6, please come to the stage.
Figure this out. We got it. We got it.
desire, you are. Don't wanna hear you say nothing but a heartache. Ain't nothing but a mistake. I never wanna hear you say I want it that way. Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I want it that way. Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. Ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I want it that way.
Test, 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 test. Test, 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 test.
Mic check, mic check, mic check.
Gabriella Renee Brock.
Clarissa Ruland Sanders. Riley Brenton Weaver.
Isaac Nicholas Quake.
Katie Lynn Renee.
Sahela Renee Welsh. Group 7, please come to the stage.
Test. Test.
So, if the pattern keeps up, we'll have a group malfunction.
And it don't matter if we sit forever and the fish don't bite. Jump in a river and cool ourselves from the heat of the night. Baby, get ready.
Test, test, cool. Test, test. Okay, cool.
Kelly Marie Hoffman.
Brianna Nicole Strickler.
Keegan Russell Mosier.
Michaela Jean Vaughn.
Wade Ryan Ropchan.
Colby Vaughn Kaufman.
Thane Page.
Brendan Thomas Rooney.
Paige Ryan Reichenberger.
James Group number 8, please come to the stage.
We already did.
Why did I expect anything different? I did, actually, yeah. Even a little bit of earth.
Group number 8, please come to the stage. Testing.
We good to go? Yes.
Karsten Elias Hunt.
Ian Stone.
Zachary Ryan Peel.
Christian Michael McCauley.
Fabian Dwayne Francis Marshall.
Marco Antonio Gomez.
Stephen Rowe Gillen.
Daniel Scott Stephen Parrish.
Keaton Ray Warner.
Christian Alexander Davis. Jason Nicholas Cabal Jackson.
Number 9. Come to the stage.
Group number 9, please come to the stage.
I love you, family. We took them off because of when they gave them Sarah.
I hope you smile and know that through the good and through the bad, I was on your side when nobody could
Tess?
hold us down. We claimed the brightest star and
Tess.
came so far and know that we won't forget.
Michael Paul Weaver. People hear that?
Julio Espinoza.
I know, I see them. Catherine Lynn Kennedy. Catherine Lynn Kennedy.
Tessa May Bamer.
Messin Lorraine Bamer.
James Irvin Lang.
Nakia Marie Pelroy. Do you know how to say her last name?
Yeah. Melody Joy Valenzuela.
Xander Kelland Nicole. It's on a different stage. Yeah, Xander. Okay, now go ahead.
Trenton Logan View.
Mason Douglas Gray.
took it.
It was.
Heck yeah.
Ready?
Asher Nathaniel Stewart.
Megan Lou Porter.
Probably 10 minutes. We'll present the graduates when the picture's done. Play some music. Play I Did It That Way. There's a class song. Okay.
And maybe you could talk about being patient to get out. We'll dismiss
You are my fire, the one desire, believe when I say.
And then in a minute here, Megan is going to present those graduates to you. Graduates, when the pictures are done, everybody go ahead and just step outside your vehicle and we'll present the class of 2020. So give us a couple minutes here while we get everybody settled in with the picture, and then we'll bring you back. A couple other just reminders. Just be patient with us as we exit the parking lot this evening. Several cars here, obviously, so we just want to be patient with everybody as we get out. Sit back and relax for a few minutes, enjoy a little bit of music, and then we'll go ahead and conclude our ceremony this evening. Thank you. Graduates to get back to their vehicle as quickly as they possibly can after they get that picture taken so we can get this ceremony concluded this evening.
When you said that you
right, once again, I'm going to ask all graduates to head back to their vehicle, please. Head back to your vehicle. Graduates, please head back to your vehicle. If you are in your vehicle, come on and step on out. I'm just the same as I was. Now don't you understand that I'm never changing who I am? It's time for me. Now. Nice up here now. Yeah. It was miserable.
Lazy yellow moon coming up tonight, shining through the trees. Crickets are singing and lightning bugs are floating on the breeze. Baby, get ready. Across the field where the creek turns back by the old stone road.
Okay, we're eyes on Megan. Your tassels are on your right. And it is my pleasure to present to you the graduating class of 2020.
All right, we want to thank everyone for joining us this evening. We appreciate everybody making this go as smoothly as it did. We knew we had some challenges with this tonight, but everything went remarkably well, all things considered. We appreciate you spending your evening with us. We do ask that you do your best to leave shortly after we conclude here in a moment. If you're in a graduate vehicle, we ask that you exit on Fir Grove Lane, and if you are a guest, that you exit on Falcon Drive. I want to thank everyone for their hard work to make this happen tonight, and to once again congratulate the class of 2020. Good night, everyone. Drive home safely.
Slow.